Yeah, so let me get into something called pricing. Do remember this, pricing is something very tricky related topic when CRM comes into picture, because uh, pricing is related to middleware as well, where condition objects, where the pricing related stuff will be downloaded by default. So you write this topic called pricing in CRM. Right. Right, the first point. Basic pricing is downloaded from ERP. Basic pricing is downloaded from ERP. Point number 2. Condition objects are provided by SAP for easy download of latest pricing changes. Next point. Pricing uses condition technique. Our pricing works on condition technique. Pricing works on condition technique. For online pricing, there is an external installation rather you can say external setting, not installation. You don't need to install it separately. External setting using IPC. Using IPC. You take this diagram. Entire CRM uses IPC. Entire CRM uses IPC. Take this diagram. Done with the diagram?
Yes, Ravi.
Yeah. Right. IPC is used for pricing in all channels. What do you mean by channel? Mobile, interaction center,
Yeah.
web channel.
Yeah.
So right now, the terminology what we use inside is in the prior versions, we used to use a terminology called ISA, Internet Sales Application. Now the entire thing is now encapsulated with this web channel. Okay. So and you can also see this SAP Internet Sales and ERP. Remember that
Yeah.
in SD also we have Internet Edition. In SD also we can have the Internet Edition. So IPC becomes a very important. We can here you can write it something here in the bracket. You write it as ALE, ALE integration, application and linking and enabling. You know why this dot dot? Can anybody tell?
It's third-party systems, Ravi?
Any
Can
third-party
be
pricing
extended
integration.
for
Yeah.
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 For example, United States follows an engine called Vertex.
Yes. Yeah.
India follows SIM when it comes to some pricing related aspects. So SAP has designed certain tools which these guys will always uh, uh, can integrate with respect to these third parties, right?
Yeah.
So you write basic pricing and tax calculations and product cost calculation can be done using IPC engines. IPC engines.
So, Ravi, what did you say the last one? Product?
Yeah, product cost calculations.
Okay.
As I said just now, the ALE is nothing but this RFC connections, because IPC, as I said, it is a separate tool where you have to configure. It is
Yeah.
coming along with the software these days,
Okay.
because in CRM we do the customization, right? But the pricing
Yes.
is actually maintained by IPC. You can see this. You can see this CRM customizing and conditions IPC. Then take these diagrams, and if you are not able to understand anything in these diagrams, you please let me know.
Yeah.
I'll reiterate them, because this diagram speaks a lot. Both this. Do remember that IPC will never talk to ERP directly.
Okay.
This is going to be
So,
on the
Ravi,
first.
Ravi, just a basic question, Ravi. I mean, you so many times refer to the pricing engine like Vertex and Sin. How does it fit into this? In the sense, is it something which is a third-party pricing engine, or is it given by SAP?
Yeah. So what they have done is, because the pricing of US is different from most of the other countries in the world, because their taxation model is different. The county taxation in UK is different. Everywhere, SAP has found a different engine, so that, because internal calculations, sub calculations, micro level taxations, it cannot work with a normal pricing process. SAP is really famous for this pricing integrator in any product actually. So they have designed this, and this is not priced extra for you, because that if you
Okay.
install that engine, it will
Mhm.
automatically facilitate all your local businesses. So for that reason, they have come up with this Vertex engine, uh, because even in SD, for example, for the server you are right now practicing, try to use any United States related sales organizations. It automatically
Mhm.
stops you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it says that Vertex engine missing.
Okay.
Can you see my screen?
No, Ravi.
Oh, yeah. Can you see this?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Contribution.
Actually, global procedures and countries procedures, they have a separate because if you work in some of the European integration projects or American with the rest of the world, you will many times come across, because you know, if you can see, uh, the US health policies are different from rest of the world. So obviously the HR calculations will differ. So everywhere, country specific functions they have divided. You can see this. SAP system offers 40,
Standard.
yeah,
Okay.
standard versions. You have to run your business operations in a particular
Mhm.
country,
Okay.
right? So this you he has explained certain things. Yes, you can also get into the
Mhm.
help.sap.com. You'll find, so even SCN also there are some discussions, you can check them out.
Yeah.
Right. So you have done with this diagram. You had some other question, Arun.
No, sorry. The same thing with the pricing engine. Is it? I was trying to see whether it's provided by SAP or somebody else, sort
They
of
will.
thing.
They will.
So once you do the customization part, it automatically loads the specific country version, right, Ravi?
See, basically, if you see India, India's regional taxation, state taxation is different than rest of the
Yeah.
world. Okay,
Yes.
you're coming from the toll tax process, coming from the commercial taxation, VAT, and all this stuff. So there are some procedures what he has given where automatically it calculates according to the Indian, but you have to do some small settings. The SIN version is different from the global pricing model. Right now, in our SD classes, what we are learning is global pricing.
Yeah.
Okay, so global pricing, if you don't understand, you cannot go to local pricing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So most of the SAP companies have export imports in 40 countries or 30 countries.
Yes.
So definitely they will have this calculation issues.
Yes.
So
Yes.
for Brazil is a different pricing procedure, and for India it is a different pricing. So he has given that SIN version where you have to install those components. That means Those
Okay.
components are already there in your DVDs. You
Yeah.
have to install it for your that particular India installation. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you taken this, all of you?
Yes.
Ravi, I have a question with the second diagram. Hello?
Yeah. Tell me.
So I have a question with the second diagram. It says, I mean, the transaction between, the IPC and CRM is RFC.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
between ERP and CRM is only through middleware?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wherever there's middleware, you don't need to have RFC.
Sorry?
Wherever there is middleware, you already have adapters, right?
Right, yeah.
Adapters will already take care of the remote functions.
Okay.
See, basically, the main middleware function is to integrate with ERP, right? That is the biggest
Right,
function
yeah.
what a middleware does. So, because the CRM has middleware, as I said, you have to download the conditions to CRM. Otherwise, this pricing will not be affected in CRM. So, and this IPC, what he says is, you write this line, IPC is only switched off in rare case of CRM implementation without.
Any
What happens
pricing
is,
or
you can switch off this IPC, but still CRM will have pricing. How? But
So it
because
is.
of IPC, what functions extra income will study now. Because IPC brings out these features. If suppose without IPC, these things will not work. Mobile pricing will not work. Web channel pricing will not work.
so only the specific advanced features can be achieved through IPC and
IPC.
still the
Still the
basic
basic
things are
pricing will work without IPC as well.
okay.
But Ravi, is IPC only used for web channel or is it a mobile?
Mobile as well. Mobile as
Yeah,
well.
web and mobile.
See, any live pricing changes you want to affect IPC is on internet.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yes. That's what I'm trying to understand. So it's only through, internet IPC.
Yes, yes. Internet pricing configurator. So the name itself states that.
Yeah.
So you can see this scenarios with ERP and scenarios without ERP.
Okay.
What is this? You set up pricing customization in SAP CRM. If there is no ERP, then you have to do the pricing customization. Otherwise, you don't need to. The data is only available in CRM, cannot be transferred to ERP. This is the basic rule.
The basic.
Except TPM.
Yeah.
TPM still uses the CRM pricing. But with ERP, actually 80% or 90% cases will be second. This is the, see, SAP CRM is bought for that great ERP integration, isn't it? So
Yeah.
SAP is known for that. So obviously this ERP, like you set up pricing customization in ERP and maintain the conditions there. Both the customizing and master data can be transferred from ERP to via the CRM middleware. That's what he's saying. The earlier question what Priya
Yeah.
was asking. So,
SD1.
yeah. So that's what middleware is. Middleware can download the master data and customization data along with the condition records. So you
So
cannot
Ravi,
change the
in
transferred customizing in CRM. He will not allow you. And transferred conditions cannot be changed in.
CRM.
However, you can declare exceptions, slight changes on the records. So that's it.
So Ravi, in general, when it is integrated with, so when you have a ERP system, then you don't really work on pricing aspect a lot because probably it is already done on the ERP
Yes,
section
yes,
by
yes. Very limited.
module. So it's just
But
more of,
yeah, it is expected that every CRM consultant knows about pricing because
yeah.
when there is an issue in the back system, he has to go and check those condition techniques and condition records. See,
Yeah.
In SAP, actually the change or the activity what we do is hardly 5 to 6 mouse clicks. But to arrive to those what mouse clicks I have to do, it takes 5 to 6 hours.
Yeah.
So points are very small. So you got the difference between pricing with ERP and without ERP?
Yeah.
And write something about condition technical. It's not completely given here. Just takes a lengthy time. I'll just try to. Yeah. So take this condition technique. If you can say, let me explain you how the condition technique works. Suppose you are creating a transaction of product A 55 pieces, and what is PR00? It is a condition type, standard
Yeah.
condition type, and this is a discount type. Anything starts with K is a discount. Okay. So what he says is product A, that means there is a scale in the condition record in the SD. From one piece it is 100 euros per piece, but from 50 piece it is 95. So 95 euros per, that means this is the standard cost, 95 euros. But there is also a discount of 2% available for the buyers. So what happens here? Standard price is coming 95 because this person has ordered
50 pieces.
55.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's the reason the second price has been affected. So if this would have been 49, this would have been 100. 100. So what they'll do is these assumed situations, we'll be creating them as records. So system will search, like actually there are some access sequences. Access sequence is called search strategy. So transaction will not come here. Transaction will call the procedure RVAA01. trying to show you certain pricing procedure, actually how
Yeah.
it appears and what is the condition technique. So if you can see this, there is one material called Ornat installation. Let me if you can see, I have just clicked on something called pricing analysis. So here it is. I'm clicking on the analysis button. So literally in the implementations, when we have issues, we come here. You can see this. It will tell you EK01, PR00, PB. These all are nothing but condition types. It is saying that these three are not working. This is missing. This is a manual condition where you can enter. This is a EK01 is manual, but PR00 is condition record has been found.
Yeah.
So this is RVA001. Under that, there may be 100 condition types, but all are not relevant to your procedure. Okay, that means this particular condition. That's what we say. Condition means customer, product, volume. Many things may change, right? It is like a climate.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why he doesn't use the word called pricing here. More he uses something called as conditions, right? The condition will always, even the quantities will affect the packing affects, the distance from your customer's place and your storage place will affect. So many things uh, based on the country it affects, based on the region it affects, so what not. So it can be many things based on the volume he is preferring, based on the kind of product group. That means it is brass, steel, fiber, everything affects, right? The product may be same, right?
Yeah.
So back to our discussion. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. RVA001, it has PR00, and in this case he's saying there, like you have seen PV00, PR00, here he's saying K007, KA00. And first of all, whenever a transaction is created, first it will go to procedure, then this procedure will have condition types.
Yeah.
Condition type will go into the, suppose PR00. Here you can see this, it is calling PR00. Under the 00 they have an access sequence, and this access sequence, you can see this ZPR0, it has tables. Again it is searching for first one, customer material. You can see this. See,
Yeah.
they follow the arrow mark. Valid record not available. That means system could not search anything in the first. Then whenever
Interesting.
the access sequence misses, that means not found, it will go to the second one. Got my point? Even the second one, this is a customer material pricing. That means according to the customer, material price that is not there. That means that is not available. But only material price, yes, obviously anywhere it will be available, isn't it? We don't have
Yeah.
customer specific pricing in this case, but we have general material
Materials.
pricing. So he says second access is found, and that is automatically, quickly, it does it within split seconds actually. There is no waiting for suppose So as soon as, but do remember, without entering the item, pricing never starts. Do remember, okay?
Yeah.
You have to enter the, you have attend first. In the first thing what we do, we select the transaction type, then sales area,
Yeah.
3
And then
customer, 4,
item.
because if the customer doesn't belong to that sales area, it doesn't work again. Then material which belongs to that sales area. See, I'm entering 100-100. It is asking me what is the ship to party. I'm selecting. And see, right now, still the pricing did not work. Why?
You didn't enter the quantity.
Quantity. Because as I said, customer, sales area, transaction type or document type, quantity, material, everything will play an important role. I'm taking 20 products. Now, I have entered that. One is item category. You can see this net price.
Yeah.
So all these things, because again there is another setting in the customer master also, you have how the total pricing is picked in the condition technique is based on sales area, based on customer pricing procedure and document pricing procedure. So that is a different logic altogether. Let me not go in depth into that, but the best possible way we can. So you can you see the conditions here.
Yeah. Yeah.
100 euros. That is because, again, click on analysis. I'm showing you the diagram in the system, how to go and check. So in this you can see,
There are 4 pricing.
yes, this is a manual condition EK01, PR0 record has been found, PB0 manual record is missing, PR02 is not there. So basically every time it may changes, but the price would not be same, right? Because the product earlier what I've shown you is different, right? This one is different. Now take this diagram. If you did not understand anything, let me know, because condition technique is a definite question. How it works, they will be asking you. Any questions on this?
No, Ravi.
Now you can also get into the details of this pricing, but IPC, I'll give you one more picture which will really help you to understand.
Yeah, that thing was actually, it's confusing for me, so I need to read out all this.
This is the one?
The previous one. Yeah.
This one. Which one? Priya?
Well, the previous one, Ravi, actually, I got confused with the condition.
This one?
Access sequence, yeah.
Access sequence? That means the diagram which we are just now discussed?
Yes.
Yeah, let me get back to that. Yeah, so this one.
I'm just trying to understand what.
Yeah, so where that after type, right?
Yeah.
See.
So you said, I mean, access sequence, it first check if the second one fails, it goes to the third. The first one fails, it goes to the
second. Even if second fails, it goes to the third axis.
Okay. So this is the step that it follows, is it so?
Absolutely. Whenever you create a transaction in the back end, 1, 2, 3, 4 steps will happen. Otherwise, the result will not come. System, our transaction, whenever we create, it cannot call the record directly. It has to follow step 1, step 2, step 3, and step 4. That's it.
Okay.
The transaction is directly related to procedure.
Okay.
See, it is like our org model customization. Profiles, like you know profiles, right, in transactions.
Yeah.
So in the profile, if I give something called org model 001, so that means it will only call one, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Once the org model profile is called, then under that it will call in the org model profile. What you have is actually assigned to a transaction type. In the profile, you will have rules.
Yeah.
Right. So can you call rule directly without having profile?
No.
You cannot.
No. Likewise, here they call it as procedure.
Absolutely. Like our profile there, this is a pricing profile. Absolutely.
Okay.
So they name it as a procedure because it goes in a very systematic. One of my ex-colleague who works for SAP America, so he is working under this pricing from past 15 years, and he travels around 40 countries in a year because to really work with different countries, regional mechanisms. These, especially European countries, every now and then they change their strategies, and they have some issues with the UK with Euro and all this stuff. Latin American countries. Now you can see lot of fluctuations are happening in the economy, and new World Bank regulations are coming into picture. So quickly SAP adapts them. Right. So
Okay.
what kind of changes which are happening? Not only this level, even FI level also, like financial accounting and controlling also, things would. So quickly he comes with an enhancement package with all those global changes. That's what SAP is known for. Because SAP
so
is...
according to that, will the procedure will be changed?
Yeah. Procedures we can adapt very easily. We don't need to change the entire procedure. Only sometimes I may change only type, condition type.
Okay.
Sometimes I may change only add one access sequence. Sometimes I may add only condition record. Getting my point? If new discount procedure is coming in the scaling, that means from 100 I want a new discount. Why will I create a new procedure? Simply I'll come to this.
Only I need to
change the scales. That's it. Only that's the reason in the interviews they'll ask you how many pricing procedures you have. Then people will say that we have 20, we have 30. How many total gaps you have identified in the pricing in your project? if you are having some 40 gaps, procedures will be 15 or 20. All 40 will not be 40 procedures. Getting my point? So
Okay.
all 40 gaps, you doesn't need to change the entire procedure. People are caught in this question. They generally say number of gaps and number of procedures are equal.
Okay.
Right? So that's what we modify the existing procedures according to. And do remember, more than 50% are simply handled by very slight modification. That's what, if you know the logic, what you do is very, very small here.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Now it's okay. Yeah.
You don't need to create a condition because, as I said, it all comes from SD. Yeah. So see this. Before this TT engine, let me get into the. It's too late for people in US, and it's early morning to guys have to get ready in UK to the office.
9:30. 40.
I want that IPC architecture to be shown to you guys. Just a minute. The name IPC is little confusing because earlier it is we used to use it only for the internet, but now even the mobile has also come into picture. He has to change the terminology actually. This is very good image like which talks about how the IPC works with the architecture. I'm posting that image URL. So SG pricing is, I think I have answered this question, Dinesh.
Yeah.
So you can see these components of R3 online store scenario with IPC, which is I'm talking about SAP's backend architecture, isn't it? This one.
Yeah.
There will be one more diagram with sales pricing engine, product pricing engine, SP and tax transaction engine. That diagram I'm searching for.
Okay.
I was talking about vertex, right?
Yeah.
So there is a diagram on that. Anytime you can also get into that.
Okay.
Okay. So let me get into this same diagram. Yeah. So right, there are three types of engines in IPC. One is SPE, sales pricing engine. Two, PME, product maintenance engine. Three, TTE, tax transaction engine.
Ravi, what was the first one?
Sales pricing engine, SPE.
Okay, the second one?
PME, product PPE or PME, both are same. Product maintenance engine or product pricing engine.
Okay. Transaction tax.
Yeah. TTE. So, sales pricing engine generally doesn't work in case there is an SD pricing is already working, isn't it? But if it is on internet engine directly cannot interact with SD, right? In that case, this particular IPC is very easy to install it on a web environment. So that's the reason this IPC becomes very, very important when web shops. That means you go to Dell.com, you book a computer, and you configure it according to your requirements and your pricing limits, isn't it? So it exactly matches to your needs. So in that case, because online shopping activities like eBay and all, those are all are IPC related. That means I'm talking about volume pricing. So that means if you are a wholesaler and you are buying something and you want to, or you independently want to buy a laptop, so you will be having multiple combinations, isn't it? The same laptop, I can have 8 GB, I can have 4 GB, I can have 6 GB according to my, and I can have a multimedia kit externally installed in it or not. So yeah, my price will be coming up with around 5,000 USD, 10,000 USD, 8,000. It is because I'm changing and I'm changing the region, automatically this tax determination will change, isn't it? What it says, customer's address, jurisdiction, because it is a very important thing for the tax calculation, and tax registration number, because if he is registered as a wholesaler, then his tax will be different, isn't it? So registration number and tax types and groups, all these things are very important in the customer's information. For a BP, sales org and the vendor, both his addresses will, country or region will affect. Then product, what I'm talking about is tax types and groups. In the transaction, date is very important, isn't it?
Yeah.
30th of April and 10th of May, both are not same. The situations are changing. So in that case, this IPC plays a very important role. So especially do remember in CRM there are two types of billing. I'll discuss that billing topic. One is ERP billing, other one is CRM billing. Right? So day after tomorrow I'll be discussing about the billing part. And how about Saturday's availability of all you guys? Because that means this time is very good for the UK guys on Saturday.
Yeah.
Swapna, are you working on Saturday?
No, I'm not working.
Okay, that's fine. So how about Vandana and can you spare some time on this Saturday and Sunday?
Yes, Ravi.
Saturday is your Friday night.
Yeah, Friday, yeah.
Friday night we have, as usual, regular class night.
But I
Yes,
want to
Ravi,
extend
yeah.
it by another 1 hour or 2 hours.
Yeah, that should
Yeah,
be.
yeah, no.
That should not be an issue, right? Few
Ravi
days
will be.
for next 1 month. Try to because even I would also stretch myself, and will let us go in a faster pace. Because even
Sure.
alternate days we are going to have, but we'll extend our classes
Saturday.
because instead of struggling to again attend classes for months, it is better to stretch and finish it up, and from there, yes, the project activities and all these things will start.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Saturday we'll have at usual time, and we'll extend it on that. Be prepared for that. Right?
We are catching up again on Thursday, Ravi.
Thursday, as usual, yeah, we are going to catch.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm telling you about Saturday because you have to have your plans, right?
Yes.
Right.
Maybe your holiday plans or some other things would
Yes.
spoil. Right. For a few weeks, otherwise, it will unnecessarily eat away other weekends. What you are going to have in the next month,
Yeah.
right?
So Ravi, we are going to have the regular class, but it will be the time will be
absolute
we are
time.
gonna
Even
extend
Thursday
that.
also,
Okay.
I would like to extend an hour or so,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So because some people without breakfast or without dinners, like if they're sitting in the class, it will be quite difficult.
Ravi, the main problem for me is my son will sleep
Yeah.
only if I go and make him sleep. That is the only problem I have.
In
Now
between,
it's 10 o'clock. He have not even done with his dinner. So
Oh.
he's just 15 months old. So
no, I
that
can
is
do
the
one
only
thing. See,
problem.
between the class, maybe I can give you some time. That's not an issue. Again, we can
Okay.
restart because all of you will have some work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.